Hi everyone, Oregon Patriot here, and thanks for watching my video. Well, I would like to give you some feedback on my testing of the Century Arms C308 semi-automatic rifle. But before I do that, just want to let you know that the weapon is safe. The magazines are out. The safety is set to safe. The bolt is pulled back open and there isn't any ammo in the barrel. So first, the pros. What I like about this rifle is the caliber. 308 is obviously a caliber that can use as defensive round, and it can be for hunting. So I really like that dual purpose. The second thing is it's a semi-automatic. I really like those type of weapons over, say, a bolt action. One main reason is that I'm left-handed, and it's easy for me to go through rounds with a semi-auto, obviously, than a bolt action. I know you can get a lefty bolt action, but even if I had to choose, I would still pick a semi-auto. The second thing is you get two 20-round magazines and one 5-round magazine, and these magazines are durable, they're cheap, and they're readily available. So if you wanted to get more, no problem. You won't be spending a lot of money to do that. The other thing I like about this rifle is it's a solid construction. Definitely does not feel flimsy in any way. You can definitely tell it has some weight to it. The other pro about this rifle that I like is it's got easy takedown pins for taking it apart and cleaning. So down here, so you can see those two pins, you just pop them out and then you just take the rifle apart. It's really super easy and it's easy to clean, and I like that. I don't like to have weapons where I have to use a lot of tools and manipulate this and that. I want to be able to take it apart wherever I may be and not have to worry about it. And two more things I like is for 308, it's light recoil. I was expecting a lot bigger kick, but it was definitely manageable. And the last thing I like is the price. So $700, and I know it's an entry-level 308, but I think it's worth the money. Obviously, you can buy higher-end weapons of this type, but for $700, I think that's a good deal. Well, now to the cons. There's just a few of them here. The first one is the weight. Yes, I said it felt solid, and that was a plus, but it's definitely heavier than an AR-15. I love the AR-15 platform. It's easy to carry, manipulate. So this one is just pay attention to it that it is a little bit heavier than the AR-15. The second thing that was a con for me was the sling mounts. So on the buttstock, you'll see there's a place to attach your sling right there. And if we move up the rifle, and there is where you can attach the second part. So as I mentioned, being a left-handed shooter, with the attachments being on that side, I could not have the weapon shouldered with the sling around my body. It just didn't work, so it made it very difficult. Another thing too is that the attachments for the slings were difficult. So like I had to try 3 different slings, and I'll show you right here, to get it to work, and I still had to add another piece to it so that it would even function. So the top sling, that adapter up there would hook up to the front, the fore end, but wouldn't hook up to the back and the buttstock, because that attachment area was too shallow, so I couldn't get the ring down in there to hook it on. The middle sling, it would hook in the buttstock area, but not in the fore end area. It just didn't have enough circumference on the hook to really feel like it was solidly attached there on the fore end. And the last one it would attach in the forend, but not the buttstock again because it was too shallow. So what I had to do was use a small carabiner, hook that up to the buttstock area, and then I was able to use the attachment. So I'm hoping that if Century Arms does a second version of this in the future, that they would take that in consideration. I would recommend just personally moving the sling mount attachments more into the back and the center of the rifle in the buttstock or the forend, just so the slings, any sling, can attach without any issues. The last thing, and really this was the one that sort of just is the biggest negative for me, is that the failure rate. So out of 20 rounds in a box, I had 3 rounds that failed to eject. So you do the math, it's 15% failure rate. Granted, I didn't get to shoot that much ammo, and I'm hoping that in the future, this was just sort of a little snafu. Plan to take the weapon apart, clean it, and go out the range and do intensive long shooting with this. I didn't get to do much shooting with this rifle because I was at the range with some friends and tried theirs and had other weapons I wanted to shoot. But I'm still hopeful. I really think this weapon is overall terrific, and for the price, great value. I'm just hoping this is not the beginning of some sort of domino catastrophic failures. And the reason I'm saying that, there's a YouTuber that I watched, the Late Boy Scout. He does some great videos, and he did about 3 videos that I've seen on the Century Arms C308. The 2 videos I saw were very positive. Really liked it, but the latest video I saw, he was having some major issues. I think when the firing pin broke, and that one was like, oh boy, I hope that doesn't happen to me. So I hope my rifle will not go down that route. And after taking it apart and cleaning it and just cycling through a bunch of rounds, that the failure to eject percentage will go down. I mean, granted, I get it; it happens every now and then, but 15% is just a little high for me. Well, that's the overall view of my first time out shooting this rifle. And again, I think it's a great rifle. Definitely looking forward to shooting more rounds. And I just want to say thanks to you all for watching my video. Bye-bye.